Have you ever thought about what it really means to grow what you eat and eat what you grow? It's more than just a catchy phrase. It's a quiet revolution, a return to the roots of self sufficiency, mindfulness, and harmony with nature. For generations, our ancestors lived this way. They grew their own food, knew the seasons by heart, and understood the deep connection between soil, seed, and sustenance. But modern life, with its fast food, packaged meals, and concrete surroundings, has made us forget that connection. Yet, more and more people today are rediscovering the joy of growing food, even if it's just a few pots on a balcony or a small terrace garden in the middle of a busy city. When you plant something and watch it grow, you're not just cultivating vegetables, you're cultivating patience, mindfulness, and purpose. The act of tending to plants is therapeutic. Studies even show that gardening can reduce stress better than reading or resting indoors. It grounds us, literally and emotionally. After long hours spent staring at screens, putting your hands in the soil feels like reconnecting with something real, something ancient. Growing your own food brings enormous health benefits. Freshly harvested produce is more nutrient dense, free from harmful chemicals, and full of life energy that store bought vegetables often lack. You know exactly what you're eating because you grew it. It's clean, nourishing, and personal. You also move more, breathe fresher air, and eat food that's grown in harmony with the earth. That combination naturally improves both physical and mental well being. Environmentally, this lifestyle is one of the simplest yet most powerful steps anyone can take. When you grow your own food, you cut down on packaging waste, transportation emissions, and chemical pollution. You begin to compost kitchen scraps, harvest rainwater, and use natural fertilizers. Even a small home garden can become a tiny ecosystem, attracting bees, butterflies, and birds, each playing its part in the web of life. Every home that embraces this approach contributes to biodiversity and helps cool down the urban heat around it. It's a quiet climate action that starts right outside your window. There's also an economic and social angle. Producing even a portion of your food reduces grocery bills, but it also brings people together. Sharing homegrown vegetables with neighbors or teaching children how to plant seeds strengthens community bonds. It turns food from a commodity into a shared experience, and the garden into a classroom for life. For families, it's an opportunity to reconnect with each other, away from devices, working side by side, watching the miracle of growth unfold. And you don't need acres of land to begin. Urban dwellers across cities like Bengaluru and beyond are growing vegetables on terraces, balconies, and even window ledges. With a few pots, soil, and dedication, anyone can grow herbs, spinach, tomatoes, or mint. The joy of harvesting your own food, even if it's a handful of greens, is indescribable. It gives you a sense of pride, independence, and gratitude. You realize that real food doesn't come from a shelf. It comes from the soil beneath your feet and the effort of your hands. In a world where food systems are increasingly industrialized and disconnected, this small act of growing your own food becomes an act of empowerment. It's a reminder that sustainability begins at home. When you grow what you eat and eat what you grow, you're not just feeding yourself, you're feeding a movement toward balance, health, and respect for nature. The moral is simple. Every seed you plant is a statement of hope, a belief that the future can be greener, healthier, and more self reliant. So maybe it's time to get your hands dirty, because in that soil lies the power to change not just what you eat, but how you live.
This information is brought to you by Ramakrishna Surathu, author of the book You Are God, founder, developer, and chief executive officer of the self sustainable city